Hello, hello, hello. This is Life Pastor Kyle, and you are in the journey winning in anyway life this morning. One of the last Fridays of the year, and it is already just bubbling and burning. Listen, I want you to like, share, and tag someone. We're trying to get on. I scheduled it for 7 o'clock to make sure you have time to get your last 5 minutes in. Come on in. This is Life Pastor Kyle. I am privileged to have you get up this morning. I know you're at home. Some of you are headed to work for the last day. Some of you are in your bed. But, when you want something so bad, there's nothing that can stop you from it. Hello, Manny Saeed. Good morning. How are you? Hope all is well with you. I'm running this morning, and I want to talk to you with dry, chappy lips. All is well. Listen, come on in. Canvas Book of Sap, good morning. I'm preparing to prepare for y'all for January. I'm gonna have a group session, maybe on Zoom, or it's easier on Zoom. We get more interactiveness and easier when we're at our home places, but we may have to change that for a little while. Hello, Chris Blake. Hope all is well with you, sir. Denai, good to see you. Great morning. Tasha Tootie Jackson, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I am just Elise Denise. Good morning. God bless you. Sydney Morris. What's up, man? Listen, I'm ready to talk about this end of year focus. I really hope you guys are prepared for what I'm about to lay out this morning. Man, I really think it's gonna be good. So get your seat around the table. Come on, we're all Area Morgan and the Morgan family. Alicia Jones. Come on, Alicia James. Kevin Matthews. Good morning, sir. No, you've been working, man, and pulling it. I thought y'all were through. I thought you were finished. You said you were finished, so I was looking for you Wednesday. I was like, last Wednesday of the year. But got you, man. Pray all is well with your family. Strength to you and your body. Hope, looking for wholeness for you as well as your wife. Praying all is well. Mama Brian, God bless you. Emery Shelvin, Takesha Haynes, good to see you. Listen, y'all, I'm ready to get into it. Somebody tell me, hell, Aaron Fleeks, is the music too loud to wonder car? Or should it, make sure y'all are good, because I am stoked about this end of the year. Hello, Brittany Blake. I am stoked about the end of the year. I really, 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 really am. I was not before, and now I'm like, okay, God, you're about to do some things, and He's already begun to do some things. Good morning, Minister Tamala Ricks. And so, I'm already at the 7 o'clock. Tisa Collier, she said, he's sitting to say my voice is low. Okay, that can be fixed immediately, not a problem. I took some of the bass out the voice. So Tweaker Hood, great morning. Tisa Collier is all the way in Omaha, Nebraska. Put a video out of how the plane landed on ice and snow. I'm not with it. No. No plane gonna land me on ice and snow. If the plane lands, I gotta land on something I can hear some skirt. I don't want to hear no. Great morning, Geraldine Shelvin. Good to see you. And so as Trish Wells, come on, y'all coming in strong. Let's get ready for the lesson. I want to get this together. I got the sound. I can adjust the sound. I think is that better for you, Sydney? I hope that's better for you. I adjusted it, so we're gonna make sure everything is set right and make sure we got what we need. And so listen, I want y'all to get ready for what's about to happen this morning. I know you're probably in your beds and all that good stuff, but I want to make sure you're ready for what's about to happen. We're going to make sure it's right. This is the end of the year, and this is one of the last two lessons we'll teach. Maybe do something next Friday, maybe not, but today is going to be a very good lesson. And so let's get to it. I hope the sound was correct, and so we've got that straight, and so I can always adjust that if need be. Are we clear? Are we clear now? Sydney and let's see, Sydney, let me know. Are we clear? And then I'm not screaming because I'm kind of relaxed and excited about what's about to happen. Okay, good. Listen, this is the end of the year, and we must push ourselves beyond where we've been. Twenty Carr said, sounds good. Thank you. All right, clear. All clear. Okay, listen. So in this winning anyway, life and lessons that we had to learn, I'm now giving you lessons that I've learned throughout the year that I'm giving you like the notes to be able to, the cheat notes, so you can do it and do it effectively without having to push, worry, or struggle in the situation. Are y'all understanding me? So You have to learn the lessons that have been taught. Watch this now, not just the phrases. People type and post winning and winning anyway all the time, but unless you're living it completely, it's just a phrase. Good morning, Deja. It's just a phrase. You have to learn the lessons, not just remember the phrases. The lessons are not just for you to grab and blow up your life with. It's to be able to teach your family, your friends, people who are around you, and to create an environment of people who are accustomed to winning no matter what the situation is. The thing you must learn to do, is you must also learn that application is key. You got it? Application is key. It's not just about knowing it, it's about applying it. And if you can apply it, then you can live a whole different, there it is. You can live a whole different life. Tony Carr said it right there. You can live a whole different life. Here's Geraldine. Geraldine says, you must live out the principles. You got it? You must learn the lesson. I see you, Elisa Denise. You must learn the phrase, learn to live it out, and then apply what it is. So today, one of the last Fridays of the year, I want to shock your winning anyway life system. Good morning, Darnell. I want to shock your winning anyway life system. When a person is about to die, or they can't get their heart rhythm in check, they can't get a pulse, they shock them to see if the heart will respond to resetting the power of the energy in the body. Today, I want to shock your winning anyway life system. The same way you shock your belief system. I want to shock your system. So I know some of you are in the bed, some of you are still on the way to work, some of you, but I'm going to make you uncomfortable this morning so you can have a comfortable life. Now, some of you want a comfortable morning. You got to decide, am I going to trade my comfortable morning to have a comfortable winning anyway life? Because God has promised me, since I sold the whole year and not charging for coaching, I charge for hourly rates. Yes, for one-on-ones, yes, I do. Hey, First Lady, but for the coaching I normally do, I've not charged for almost 2 years now. I told God I need to pay back. My wife is expensive. My life is expensive. Did I say my wife? Praise God. My life is expensive. I live a winning anyway life for the kingdom, so therefore I need to pay. And God promised me that 2023, he was going to, should I say this out loud? Separate the sheep from the goats for me in that area. What that means is he's going to allow the people who've learned the lessons to live the lesson, and not just people who quote the word. Yeah. Good morning, Patricia Gerald. God bless you. Are y'all ready? So those of you who've been getting up in the mornings, taking the time to come to, God says it's payback time. Your get up mornings are going to be some morning that you get up two places. You're going to get up when you want to, and not always because you have to. Some of y'all will get up in other countries, in other beds that are made up by somebody else daily for a few weeks. Come on, let's go. I got to get you there. So I want to shock your winning anyway life system. I know some people say, I'll just watch the playback. Watching the playback is not the same as being in the flow. Let me tell you about watching the playback of Alive. It's equivalent to somebody saying the plane is leaving for Hawaii, and you're saying, I'll see if there's another one. Or I'll just look at your pictures. Or I'll hear the recording of the water and not having, I jumped ahead of myself. Good morning, Lester Blunt Jr. It's trying to build an experience out of someone else's sacrifice. Oh, I'm not getting into that. No, Patricia Gerald, this is our coaching. Stop shouting glory. This is our coaching. This is not church. She ready to shout already this morning. So listen, I want to shock your winning anyway life system. If you let me shock your system, let's go. Let's go. I want to shock your belief system, because what you need to have first is, here it is, Trish, is what's called culture shock. Culture shock. Someone type that. Culture shock. That way y'all can have the notes. Culture shock is when you are shocking the things around. You know, you have some churches have a praise culture, a shouting culture, a word culture, a teaching culture. You must have a culture shock in order to benefit from this end of the year focus. Y'all got it? Culture shock. It means I'm going to shock the things and people around me. Culture shock. I see you, Jasmine. Yeah, I'm going to have a culture shock. I gotta get you to have culture shock, because if you don't shock the culture around you, it's going to expect, hey Clarissa, it's going to expect the same things from you. So in order to shock your winning anyway life system, you must have culture shock. Things around you need to be shocked by how you respond. Y'all make me jump ahead of myself. And things that need to change. Got it? Then number 2, you need to be shell shocked. Sydney know about this? When you shell shocked, it's shocking things within you. It means you're no longer in the Army, but you're still having the experience. So you need to give yourself some things that keep your faith experience shocked. Shocked when God does it. Shocked when you buy a new truck and you get to church, and while you're praising God for it, while you're standing up, someone's sending you money. For another, someone's scheduling and sending you money. So before the week even ends, God's already paid the truck note. That's shell shock. It's shocking the things within you. Yeah, I went ahead and did it, even though I wasn't sure when and how God was going to do it. I went ahead and did it because I had my focus. That's called shell. That's shell shock. It's saying here's why you want to be shell shocked and want to have shell shock, because you want things in your past to keep paying you in your future. You want them things to keep paying you. Hey, Andrea Thomas, you want those things to keep paying you in your future. Listen, y'all, like, share, tag somebody, get them on here, because it's not going to be good in the replay as it's going to be in the live. You got it? Okay, so what you got to have is culture shock. Then you must have be shell shock. Then you must have what's called, watch this, aftershock. What's aftershock? Aftershock is when countries or cities have earthquakes and they say, but wait. Y'all didn't hear me? I could preach that right there. That's when there is an earthquake. But then they tell you, don't move yet. Wait. Because there's going to be an aftershock. Ooh. It's going to be an aftershock. That's in the natural. But in the spirit, I'm calling the aftershock, or in the coaching, I'm calling the aftershock is when you shock the things that are behind you. You know, you shock the things that there's an expectation for something that's coming after I've been shaken, after I've been shook, after I've been through something, after I've landed, I've learned the whole year how to function. I've kept my tongue, I've kept my patience, I've kept my mind, I've kept my will. And so now I have to learn how to win anyway. So I'm keeping myself prepared for the aftershock. Aftershock is shocking the things behind you. Here we go. And then you must also pay attention to what's called failure shock. Failure shock. Failure shock. I'm coming, Brittany. Failure shock. Failure shock is when y'all ready. Are y'all really ready for the failure shock? If you're ready, just do me a favor. Just type ready real quick. Y'all see I'm already going. Y'all type ready real quick. Just type ready, because I see failure shock. Alicia, here is where failure shock comes in. It's going to be very good. Type failure shock. I want you to get it in your spirit, because failure shock is the thing that you have to overcome to win anyway. Failure shock is when you shock the things and the people that came to destroy you or cause you to fail. Shock them. I'll say it again. It's the things and the people that came to destroy you or cause you to fail in your present situation. Shock them. That's called failure shock. That's when you shock your failures. I'm coming back to that in a minute. I'm coming back to that failure shock. I'm here this morning to coach you into getting it all back. Because throughout the year, I've listened to a lot of you and I've watched you. I've watched your posts. I've watched, some of your things. It's not my page; it's your page. Do all you want to do, but you can't say winning anyway right here, and then whine and complaining 10 minutes later and asking folk for pity parties on Facebook because you want some attention. Some of y'all have attention deficit disorder, not the one to keep from moving. You just have a lack of attention, and you need to manage your environment so you can have people around you that give you what you need without you having to be vulnerable to strangers. Okay, I think I got that one right. So you won't have to be vulnerable to people you don't know. Letting people in your life, taking down your boundaries, giving people access because you're desperate for attention. You can't win like that. Hey, Dexter, good to see you, man. You can't win like that because they'll end up being failure shock for you. You'll realize all they wanted was to use you in your desperate state. They never really wanted to see you win. So you have to manage your environment. I'm going forward. And the reason why we have an issue right there is because we've been evaluating the wrong things. I say we because I include myself in all of it, hoping you'll understand that I'm walking through this with you. We've been evaluating the wrong things. Because what you have to evaluate, here we go, teaching. You have to really evaluate where you've been. Are y'all ready? You have to evaluate. I'm trying, Clarissa. I'm trying to get this. You have to evaluate where you've been. Okay? When you truly evaluate where you've been, you will stop trying to produce things now to validate where you are as if you've been there the whole time. Evaluate where you've been. Yeah, where you been? Where have I really been? Where have I really been in my thoughts? Where have I really been in my prayer life? Where have I really been in my discipline? Where have I really been in my faith? Where have I really been? Then number 2, you have to honestly evaluate where you are now. And no one can properly appraise themselves. Did I say that right? My wife's going to get me in this English area. No one can come on, Chris Blake. That's how you got to do it, man. No one can properly appraise themselves. That means you can't just tell you how much you're really worth. You need people who are around you and have been around you to answer the hard questions and the honest questions. How am I really on a bad day? Do I uphold winning anyway on a bad day? How am I when I don't feel like dealing with people? Am I able to be Life Pastor Kyle anyway? Or do I succumb? Or do I crumble under the pressure of what I'm feeling in spite of who I am to everybody else? Am I able, I'll teach this next Friday, to balance my life? That's one of my coaches, one of her main things. Hey, Myra, one of her main things about, am I able to balance my life? Where's Kiera? Am I able to have 5 boys and have a girl and then honestly give everyone in the family the attention that they need? Not based on what they want, but based on my actual evaluation of what I'm responsible for. Or do I just give, not Kiera, people period, do I just give people attention who give me attention? Do I give people attention based on what I want and not based on what I need? Some of you call your friends all the time, but you won't call your coach. You call your friends that'll agree, but you won't call your pastor because I know what you're going to say. Yeah, you know I'm going to tell you the truth. And so what you do is you go and do what it is you want to do. But then I'm no longer obligated in 2023 to help you out of the mess you got in, out of your lack of accountability. My wife has this saying: partial disobedience is disobedience, which means if you know how to do it and know what to do, wonderful. But if you don't know what to do and you make a mess of it, I'm prepared to deal with the kingdom people, not the mess makers. So if you make a mess for yourself, then I'm at this level where it's time for you to learn how to clean yourself. They said, don't hurt us. No, I'm just getting to this level now. I have to move on. I have to move on with people, number one, who have properly and honestly and accountably allowed themselves to be evaluated where they've been. You've been in a jacked up place. You've been messed up. You've been prideful. You've been insecure. You've been mental. You've been ungodly. You've been in a lack of faith. You've been immature. You've been there. When you can deal with those things, then being where you are is not so bad, because you realize, I'm prepared now to get help. I'm sorry, jailer, hang in there. I'm prepared now to get help to be better. So now you're no longer in that place. That's how you honestly evaluate where you are now. Then you can get the answer, or the question asked to you: where do you desire to go? You got it? Where you been, where you are, where you're going. Y'all got it? Good morning, Tyrone King. Where you going? So I've come to this conclusion. Stop it, Brittany. Y'all stop pushing. I'm just help somebody. Listen, I've come to the conclusion in my observation of my own evaluations that where I am is much better than where I've been. So I don't have to look back trying to find out. Where I am is much better than where I've been. But you have to be honest about where you are and about where you've been. I thought about where I grew up and what I drove and how I lived, and where I am, honestly, is much better than where I've been. I didn't have to make it up, Chris Blake. Hey, Kenneth Davis. I didn't make it up. Hey, Cause Divine. I didn't make it up. It is where I am. So I have to prepare and plan to win in spite of all that's happened to me. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Prepare and plan to win in spite of all that's happened to you. That's the lesson you have to learn. You have to learn the lesson and then commit to it. Y'all quiet. You have to learn the lesson and then commit to it. Once you learn the lesson, you must have a commitment. A lot of people know the lesson, but they have no commitment. And without commitment, you have no resolve. And without resolve, you have no results. You learn the lesson. Without the lesson, you have no commitment. Without a commitment, you have no, I forgot it now, resolve. Without resolve, you have no results. So, I know a few of you have been used to 2022. 2021, you gave yourself COVID as an excuse. You've been used to quitting. You've been used to letting go. You've been used to giving up. But today, that's not going to happen on my watch unless you want to. And here's the deal. I am not pulling you from the back of your shirt. Hey, Tamisha Figaro, say it again, Prophet. I'm not pulling you from the back of your shirt. Explain what that means. I'm not going to make you win if you don't want to win, because I have too many people who desire to win who just need the help. So I'm not going to pull you by the back of your shirt and pull you back off the cliff. If you keep going to that cliff, you're going to be looking back for me. And be glad I'm saved now, because the old me would have got tired of you and I'd have been the one pushing you off the cliff, because I would have got tired of you. I'm no longer tired of you. I'm just not on the cliff anymore. Hey, Mama Pat, I'm not on the cliff, Terrence Bell. I'm not on the cliff. I'm on the other side now. So if you're on the cliff, you're going to be on the cliff with other cliff hanging people, because it's time for us to grow and move forward. I didn't say grow up. I just said grow. Is that better? I did it a little nicer today. So we're going to invest the next few minutes, Jesus, in and on your answers. Here are the end of the year answers. Here's how you get your end of the year focus. Listen, I bought a new car. That is not the end of the year focus. Good morning, Raquel. That is not the end of the year focus. I bought a new car. I bought another little investment situation, investment property. That's not the end of the year focus. The end of the year focus is not anything outside of me. The end of the year focus is all about what's inside of me. Because in this day, a lot of people do things on the outside that doesn't validate the truth on the inside. I got to move. So you got to invest the next few minutes. Here's your answer. Number one, end of the year, you must invest in yourself some time to put yourself in the area of refocusing. You must refocus. You can't get caught off because of what's happening around you and what people are doing, and God forbid the holidays. If I could have told you in advance, I'm going shopping on January the 5th. January the 5th through the 10th, somewhere in there. Because all of the Christmas stuff is going to be discounted again, which they line when they mark it up and mark it down. I'm going shopping on January the 5th. How you know? The first reason is, let me see if I can show you why I'm going shopping on January the 5th. Because some of y'all don't believe, as old folks say, fat meat greasy. I bought a new car. It costs a lot. Okay? That's my credit score. Are y'all getting it? That's my credit score. So if my credit score is on that level after buying a car, why would I go mess it up buying a whole bunch of little things? Forget it. I'm gonna push that number. Yeah, Carlos, I'm putting this. Cause see, now that I've expressed my faith and my discipline, it's now time to apply for something else. While you trying to enjoy what you got, I'm planning for the next thing to make sure I have preparations and a platform to land on. And I'm gonna teach some folk how to do what I did. If you didn't do it this year, 2023, the first 6 months, that's Brittany. You took the words out of my mouth. First lady said it. I'm gonna teach you how to make winning moves, and not the ones that get you in jail. I said it out loud. Not the ones that get you in jail. Not the ones that jack up your income tax and have you pay. No, the ones that work with you and work for you. But you got to get your focus back. First thing is invest in refocusing. Number two, here's the hard one. Meditating. Woo. Meditating. You have to get some word going on around you consistently, because meditation in the Hebrew is translated another word for image, which means you have to get an image of who you want to be by the end of 2023. Get an image, stick to it. Fall off, get back on the horse, keep going. Refocus yourself, and then meditating. But you got to meditate on the word day and night. Then number three, I'm going quickly now. You have to be so in tune after you refocus and meditate that you observe. You have to observe any and everything around you that is not conducive to what you say your brand of life is becoming. I'm gonna find that old lesson. I think I got deleted, but I'm gonna try to find it. I'm gonna teach the same one again. Talk about branding me. So you must refocus, you must meditate, you must observe. Then you have to prepare yourself for making and creating a way out of no way. Ooh, here I come, Andrea Thomas. Let me give y'all Bible one good time. Can I give y'all Bible? You won't get mad? Joshua chapter 1 and 8 gives you focus, meditation, observation, and then creating a way. Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. It says this book of the law, which means it's not conducive to just you being running around the church screaming and hollering. It's a law in the kingdom. You ready? This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. Okay? But thou shalt meditate therein. You got it? So once you get focused, you meditate therein, day and night. What? That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. Number three, for then, not before, not through it, Then, after you learn how to focus, meditate, observe, for then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Here is where I am. When I teach people to buy or get anything, I'm gonna always teach you how to focus on it. I tell you about Mr. Rick says she saw a car. She had this main car she wanted, and she was in love with it and picked it out, blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, cool. Then she, online and dealership, saw another vehicle and was like, ooh, I like that. And I said, I'm not agreeing with you on that, because that's not focus. That's that old emotional stuff. That's that I seen somebody else or I seen it before, now I want it. That's not what was in your heart. You pick what you wanted. You need to look at it. This is my principle. You focus on it. You meditate on it. I'm going to teach you something real quick in a few minutes. Then you observe what the best option for you is. And God says, when you do all those things, for then you shall make your own way prosperous. And then you're going to have good success. Does not mean success. It said good success, which means you won't be in the red when everybody else is. Meditate in the Hebrew, the word means the word translated means image. Because when you meditate on an imagined image, it gives you an experience. Say it again. When you meditate on an imagined experience, on an imagined image, it gives you an experience. And if some of you keep changing what you're meditating on, then your experiences get muddy. Because when you have an experience that's so deep, it shrinks the process and the stress of the process. Okay. Anybody ever had a particular, and I want to show by raising of hands. Anybody, I'm trying to help y'all this last Friday, one of the last Fridays. Anybody ever had a particular, Sydney, you had a particular amount of money you're going to pay for your car. You got it? And you said, I'm not going to pay more than this. The dealership understands this principle. What they do is tell you, I want you to go look at the car. I'm coming, Trish. The first thing they want you to do, they want you to focus on it. Then they show you all the parts of it so you can meditate. Then to get you to observe the car in a different kind of way, they ask you, do you want to test drive it? Because once you focus, meditate, observe, then you'll find a way to find extra money, to pay extra money for the experience you just had. Now, you've only had the experience in test drive mode. I feel something happening. You only have had the experience in test drive mode. You will increase the amount of money that you want to pay per month to have the experience daily. That's why I value people who get up and come to the live every Friday. And I have special prayers I pray. God, these are people who value the experience. So I want you to give them the experience I'm having daily. Cut away the fat. Let them experience, I feel the Holy Ghost. Let them experience the meat of harvest that comes from their seed of sowing their time on Friday mornings. Some of y'all been on here for years. And my prayer is that God will let you start experiencing what I'm experiencing. You don't have to know it. Watch this. You don't have to drive what I drive, but you need to have your dreams coming to pass. You need to have your dreams happening in your life. Jesus, anybody feel that thing right there? Oh, you need to have the thing happening in your life every day. When I'm texting y'all and say, winning anyway, I love my job, I need you to know right then, I'm not out to eat, riding around. Somebody just increase my life mentally, emotionally, financially, and kingdom-wise. So I pray that this book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth. Hey, Fidelia, God bless you. So when you meditate on the situation, I told y'all, you see the vehicle and you say, I'm coming to the dealership, I'm only paying this much for it. I even like how they have it now. It's best you go online and find what you want when you go. Before you go, don't go looking, because then you don't have a stable mind. Because once you have an experience, you increase what you pay. because you want to have it every day. Because an experience can change your whole life. An experience is made up of words, emotions, pictures, images, and energy. So they give you this car to drive to let you feel the energy of a new car. Listen, I can tell you for a fact, you get the car, in 3 years, it's gonna feel like your last one. The tires gonna need rotating, the oil need to change. If you eat in the car, it's gonna smell like chicken. It's gonna be the car itself is not going to change. It is going to morph into the image and reputation of who you are. Oh, that just hit me. Y'all don't get it. Because if you nasty and you keep shoes in your car gonna smell like feet. If you nasty and keep food in your car, don't clean it out, it's gonna smell like old rotten chicken. If you go work out and sweat and you don't prepare to put a car cover, car seat on your car, it's gonna smell like sweat. So the car it's not that the car is old. Is it the car outside is an image of who you are inside. It's like a replica of your closet. I know some of your closets are real crazy, but it's your trunk that tells the truth, not how the car is on the outside. Anyway, so at the end of the year, we got to focus on some things, Jesus. It means I have to declare and decree in the atmosphere that I'm changing. I'm becoming better. I'm meditating. You have to say, I'm meditating. I'm looking for the God experience this time. I already told my wife, there's a street in Pearland called Makawa. It is the easiest way to get to the Beltway. Sydney, watch this. It's the easiest way to get to the Beltway. He says, set me straight. No, I'm giving you wisdom. I'm not setting you straight. I'm giving you wisdom. This street leads right from my neighborhood to the Beltway. But as you leave Pearland into Houston, the road is raggedy. So I have to either go up and take time to go up to Cullen or take time to go backwards. If I go to Cullen, I got to go down longer before I cut across. So I have to either take time to go longer and cut across or take time to go backwards to telephone. So oftentimes now in my vehicle now, I've chosen to go backwards to telephone because it's closer. And even though I'm looking, this is for all y'all lazy people, I'm looking at a quicker, easier, more convenient route because I promised God that I was going to value what I have now differently. I now take a different route. Is anybody hearing me? I take a different route because I value what I have differently. Stop taking. I value what I have differently. Listen, when I understand that experiences, words, emotions, energy, pictures, and images, I have to now paint the image I need around me myself. Come on, Canvas Book of Sap, let's go. I'm ready. So it means I have to now declare and decree in my atmosphere. And I got to declare and decree to myself that no matter how bad it gets, I'm winning anyway. I've said that for so many years now. I'm a believer of it. It's not my belief. Because I first said it, people have beliefs, they don't live. The devil believes, but he's not a believer. I declare and decree to myself, no matter what it is, I'm winning anyway. You got it? This part is only for serious people. It's not for those who's still in the bed with the phone playing and not paying attention. You're what the Bible calls a sluggard. Yes, I said it. You're a sluggard. This is for serious people only. That you're going to stop getting dressed, inconvenience yourself, and type this seed. I, all caps, will win anyway. Some of y'all are already doing it. Okay, let me get y'all to the last part of this. I gave the instructions. That's it. You'll find out that some people not really even paying attention. They just logged on to say, I was there. That's like having somebody with their hand out to help you out the ditch. And because you're not paying attention, you end up in the ditch longer than you. Listen. Here's the winning anyway lesson to learn. Winning is an option. You have to protect it and choose it. I'll say it again. Winning is an option. You have to protect it and choose it. If you're ready for me to go forward on this right here, just give me a sign. Tell me move forward. Tell me go. Because when you understand that winning is an option, you got to protect it and choose it. Then your mindset changes. You ready, Andrea Thomas? Let's go. I just needed one good one. Here we go, Andrea. When you, Mr. Rick say go, Trish said go. Listen, I want y'all to get this. Yeah, protect and Canvas, that's it. You must protect it and choose it. Let me tell you why. Let's just be straight up. You cannot be in the NBA making millions and then at the family reunion playing basketball with your cousins on the asphalt street barefooted. I'm going to say it again, and I'm moving. You cannot be making millions in the NBA. At the family reunion, now you want to prove to the people that you grew up around that you're in the NBA. So you at the reunion playing basketball with your cousins on the asphalt street barefooted. Let me give you some insight. There are some people, I'm telling you, Canvas, there are some people that are in your family that will outplay you, out-dribble you, out-bounce you. So if you don't stop comparing and competing, you're going to damage your future playing with your past. I'm not referring to relationships. I'm referring to your own personal mindset of how you handle the valuable things in your life. Because once you decide to win, you have to be specific about your life, specific about your prayers, specific about your speech, specific about your relationships, specific about your connections, specific about your expectations. You have to be specific about your life. Listen, it's a whole life vibe. Winning anyway is a whole life vibe. I'm here to tell you. Yesterday, man, morning, midday, evening, night, I heard it. Like, this is not just a winning anyway life coaching system. It's built for the kingdom, by the kingdom, with a prophet, with God, through life, through transition, through mess ups, through screw ups, through dumb days. This thing has some meat on it. It's a whole life vibe to have the kingdom backing you up as you win anyway. Because you have to learn that. You don't just start thinking it because, you start living your same life and you don't realize, man, I don't live where I live no more. I'm not looking for a suit to wear on Sunday morning. My time is no longer trying to fix up. Y'all missed this. I'm no longer trying to sew up my pants because I had a hole in my pants. I'm no longer having my wife sew up my socks because I had a hole in my socks I wanted to wear. I'm no longer washing a shirt on Sunday morning because I don't have anything to wear. Y'all missed it. Don't have anything to wear. I'm no longer sewing up the hem in my pants because it fell out. I'm no longer using magic hem to hem my pants because it fell out. That's no longer who I'm no longer trying to find a way to get my car to run to get to church so nobody will know. I'm no longer the last one at church so I can pull off and drive fast because my car's gonna smoke. Yeah, that's not who I am anymore. I'm living another whole life vibe. And I'm no longer willing to let that experience just be an experience. It must be my whole life vibe. Winning anyway. Y'all got it? Man, I'm having a good time. Are y'all okay? Listen, y'all ain't ready for that yet. So, let me help somebody real quick. A loss does not make you a loser. Okay? Don't allow the enemy to get you. A loss does not make you a loser. The loss is temporary. Please type it. It's temporary. Got it? It's temporary. Because if you don't understand that, then you'll make an experience permanent. And you can't make an experience permanent unless you invest in it. You can't drive that kind of car you took a test drive in unless you invest in it. A loss is not permanent unless you start investing in it. If you start investing in it, the loss can become permanent because you'll live from the loss and not understand it was a temporary experience. Now I must go back to build the environment that I've been building for myself. Listen to me. In life, being present is more than just being there. What's up, Trey? I see you, man. In life, being present is more than just being there. Because there are a lot of people in my life who are there, but not present. Present means I come with an expectation as a vessel. So when I leave this conversation or this connection, when I leave, I've received the present, but I've also given a present in exchange. So when I leave, I am wiser, they are wiser, and the relationship value has increased. In life, being present is more than just being there. Come on, that's fire, Deja. I feel you. Because there are a lot of people who come to church. And I say nuggets, I drop nuggets I know are for them. But because they are just there and not present, they leave worse than they came. Because they didn't receive anything from me and they lost the time they had to give. So they feel less than when they leave. Because they're there, but not present. Check the people in your life. How many people are really just there, but they're not really present? I said the other day, how many people value relationships? They just don't value you. They value having you on the friend list. They value knowing they have access to you. They value the fact that you will lower your boundaries for them, but they themselves don't lower their boundaries for you. You have to engage your environment. You have to engage your moments, and you have to engage your experiences. I'll say it again. You have to engage your environment. You have to engage your moments, and you have to engage the experience. Because if you don't, you're just being there. You're not present. I'm getting through. See, this lesson is top tier. You think so? Oh, my God bless you. Okay, I receive it. Listen. Keep this in mind when you get stuck and want to give up. Bondage is more expensive than freedom. You pay more being in bondage than you do for freedom. Freedom, you pay when you want to. Bondage tells you when to pay and how much you have to pay, whether you have it or not. Being in bondage, they'll take it. So, I'm done for today. I hope y'all got this. I'm going to take y'all back because I'm ready to take care of some more business today. So listen, if you ever really want to be free, you have to be honest and specific about your fears. You got it? Just like once I got serious about winning anyway, it became second nature. What's first nature? The law of preservation and making God proud. Yeah, making God proud. I used to want to make my parents proud, and I still do. But I found out that was much more difficult than making God proud. No offense, because God was more stable than my parents were. My parents gave you their statistics of what they wanted you to do. God gives you his. Your parents, once you do what they want you to do, they tell you what's next and don't give you opportunity to enjoy. Once you do what God says do, he rewards you abundantly. So once I got serious about winning anyway, it became second nature. So my first nature is the law of preservation and making God proud. But my second is not allowing anything or anyone to keep me from winning anyway. Type this again as we close. I will win anyway. Come on. Come on. Type it. I will win anyway. Yeah. I'm done. I hope this end of the year, pre-end of the year focus has you where you need to be. Because it's about to be on in 2023. It really is. Remember, Sunday morning services at 9:45 prayer, 10 o'clock service. Be on time. I see y'all. I see you deny. I see y'all. I will win anyway. That's where you need to have your mindset locked on any and everything in your life. I will win anyway. It's been amazing. Hope y'all have enjoyed this year. Winning anyway has been a struggle in some areas because I lost a lot of my content. I lost 2 years of content completely gone. So I'm having to restructure. And so God's allowing me to restructure some old things because it was so good, but it's not where I am. It's where I was. So now I'm able to break it up. I see you. I see y'all typing, I will win anyway. I see you. I see Geraldine. I see Canvas, Mabel, Brittany, Kenneth, Tawanda, Mama Pat, Manny, Tarika Hood, Tisa in Nebraska, down there where it's probably 10 degrees below. I'm just amazed at what God has done and doing. And so I want you to stay faithful to what God's called you to do. And no matter what happens in your life, you know what I'm about to say. No matter how you come or how you go, if you stay faithful to God, it's not even an option. Know this, you have the power, you have the wherewithal, and you have everything it takes to win anyway. I've been your host this year. This has been the Journey to a Winning Anyway life, and I declare and decree in your life that as you stay focused, that God's going to do. I see you, Ariel Morgan, that you stay focused. You say -8 degrees in Nebraska. Good God Almighty. Praise God for your city. Stay in your city. Don't bring none of that back here in Jesus' name. But I pray that as you go through your life, it's been amazing. This 2022 has been amazing. If you look at the total picture of it, don't look at what you've been through. Look at what you become. If you look at what you become, you'll realize that you won anyway. Everything that meant to make you break down, give in, throw in the towel, it did not win because you're still seeking out the best thing for your life. So I declare and decree that this 2023 will show you who you are in 2022 in every blessed way imaginable. This is Life Pastor Kyle signing out. Have a good one. We'll see you for the last Friday, for a few minutes on next Friday. But technically, this is the last full one. That's why I went to full time. So God bless you. Have an amazing day. I'm out. Peace. No need. We're not closing like that till next Friday. Peace.